Hi, it's Steve again. This time I'm on the M40 slip road. We've got a unit and trailer fully laden, so it's just going under 44 tonnes. Problem with this vehicle is the front wheel bearing, so obviously that's why he's pulled over, and he's had Renaults to check it out, and that's what I've come across with front wheel bearing, so asked us to recover it. So it's another dangerous location again. So we coned the hard shoulder off best I can. So we're going to remove the half shaft, which unfortunately on this side, being these Renaults, it actually has got a diff like this, would normally be the offside, but for the sake of safety, I'm going to be pulling the near side off. So I've managed to get him over a little bit in the lane. Well, the driver kindly moved it over for me, so it gives me a bit more time to work on the near side. And obviously we'll be slinging the sledgehammer at this. I think when you see the size of these bolts on here, they're quite corroded. So yeah, the handbrake's on. We're going to do a pre-lift. Yeah, it's a Renault T range, this vehicle. So same as the axle as a Volvo underneath. Quite a bit of clearance on here. So I've done a couple of little things, got me stands out and me chains to save a little bit of time. So that's our pre-lift. So we've got plenty of room to work on the near side, but not much on the offside, so it'll be a bit safer working through here. There we go. Yeah, got a little bit of a run to Swindon with this, so makes a bit of a change. So I've got my trailer board, I probably won't use with this, but I've got it in my locker, but I'll use his owner lights and that off the trailer. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've actually done a video. I've been doing a little bit of in-house trailing by with a couple of lads that come with us. Yeah, I got Craig, the last chap I had with for a few weeks' time, so he's getting on well. So I had him for about 2.5 weeks, and he's had a couple of weeks on his own, and he's getting on all right, which is good. Funny enough, he's seen a few of my videos and did actually ring the company direct about the job, which was quite nice. He's always wanted to do a heavy recovery, he said, so he was watching them and thought I'd change my job and give it a go. He's actually out in the old DAF that I had when I come to the company about 6 years ago, so he's out in that at the moment. It's a little bit shorter than this. A little bit short actually. I might have been better off with me yellow ones, but I went just to go behind the anti-roll bar on this, just about reaches. Get onto a link without being too tight. There you go. front end. Just put these away, save tripping over them. I think I'll get a bit of spray out on them half shaft bolts before I do anything else. Let them soak in a little bit. So a bit rusted up, but normally you say if it had been broke down before, they would have normally pulled the other side out, so it might not have been off before. With these little collars behind it, can take a little bit of hitting to free them off. Yeah, he says fully loaded this one, and a couple hundred kilograms, sorry, a couple hundred kilograms under 44 tons, so we'll be talking about nearly 64 tons will be our total weight, just under what he was saying. Pretty heavy, these looks like floorings on the back. Yeah, I've got half shaft cover for this. So I'm just going to worry about getting the half shaft back at the other end, being it's a diff lock side. Ideally it will be easier the other side, but I think safety comes first on this. It's quite a busy rush hour down here. Plenty of squirt. It can be soaking in, and I'll probably get an air lead out next. So we're going to put 3 air leads, airlines out. So we're going 2 into the trailer and 1 into the tractor unit. Yeah, under these I actually have got a test point under the wheel arch on these, but don't tend to be too successful getting air into there. But they've got an air tank at the back with a nice test point, so I tend to, same as a Volvo's actually, so I tend to use this to blow into. Losing a bit of area. The driver said it was. I can hear the air going straight into the tank, so at least I know by going directly on the tank I'm getting air into it. Right, pull that tie out of the way. It's the moment you say that's feeding the tractor unit, and with the red Susie, and that is that's filling the trailer full of air as well. Right, okay, let's get the sledgehammer. Yeah, it might take a bit of hitting this. This is the Volvo cover. Might catch any collars that go, but there's like a drain hole here as well. Let's put a cover on here. Sod's law, it'll probably go through in there otherwise. Right, okay. Do some swinging, let's see how we get on. Yeah. That might have gone easy. Bit of luck. No, a few come up. Other way to do it is actually put the bolts on, so if the collars do fling off like they did on this one, well, we don't lose them. Just put a couple of threads on here, because the way them other ones come off, don't want to lose any of them collars. A few of them off. So that's a good sign, at least it moved a little bit, hopefully. As I say, it's probably never been off this side. Right, okay. Get it out of there. There we go. It's gone now. Wasn't too bad after all. When I remove the half shaft on this side, you see two sets of splines. That'll be connected with the diff lock. The middle set. Right, let's get some. Let's get some gloves. This is the diff lock. Diff lock splines that lock in. And on the other side you just have a first row of splines, but with the diff lock it's got two. I'm just going to put a couple of bolts in here. If any oil coming out. Right, that's done. We lost a little bit of oil, that's all. Right. That's the drive, disconnect it from it. So this will have electric handbrake, so we'll have to disarm that. I'll probably do that next. Then I'll bring the whole load forward. Probably get a little bit more air in that suspension actually, so it's got a lot of weight on there. It's quite a lot of weight pressing down. And back wheels. Right, okay, that's everything clear. Just dropping it down a bit so I can get onto it. What you might find as well with that weight, when the brakes come off, might possibly rise up a little bit, so I put the front wheels on the ground. Still watch this traffic coming through. Not quite so easy jumping across the seats. Right, I'm clear. Right, let's whip up here quick. That's it. Time that back right with the traffic lights at the top. Right, okay. So we can get the handbrake off. Right, okay, that's the handbrake off. Got the ignition on. Cab tilt locking, yeah. The cab's been lifted actually. We have checked the cab's in, it stops. And hopefully we should have a workshop mode. Here we are, parking brake, automatic actuation, inhibited workshop mode. Coming off gently with a foot brake. There we are, looks a little bit of a nod. Turn this radio off. Right, okay. Right, it's not too bad. I can probably gently get out the near side now. Right, now with our line to the tractor unit and the red Susie in, we should be able to bring the unit and the trailer straight in now. There we go. Just retractable air lead this is ideal for doing this. I did actually mention to put a little bit more air into that suspension. I forgot about that. That's the boom right in, so we can travel like that. So I'm gonna drop that down again. Fortunately, I'll have to get back in the cab. Give that the suspension a couple more inches. Right, I'll have to put the ignition on here. That shouldn't upset the handbrake. Right, that's still off. So get the suspension up. Here she goes. Yeah, that'll do it. Put his windows up as well. Okay, the handbrake's still off, the red light's not on. Alright. So we've got a couple of air lines for the trailer now. One emergency red line, under service line, yellow one. This will work the brakes, the yellow Susie will, so when I brake on the truck, my truck, the trailer will brake. Obviously the unit brakes are off, which is fine. We can't do anything about that, but we can brake the trailer. Right, okay. Little lever on these, looks like, so gently. Right, let's get some lights at the back of this. Alright, throw that round through. The red Susie airline. Emergency one. Clip here, it keeps them nice and neat. Right, let's sort the electric leads out. Fortunately, you can't go straight in there with that. Sod's law. the yellow service line on. So my handbrake's on the truck, so when I connect this up, brakes will be on the trailer. There we go. So we've got the trailer now braked. The trailer as well. That's all the airlines taken care of. Okay. Electrical Susie here. Do this out of my way. Lines and just come run through this way here. I'll bring the blue one up a little bit. There we go, we got the lights flashing on the trailer now. So we got side lights all down the side, hazard lights. Seem to be working fine. Check them in a minute. So basically we're about done really. Blue line for the tractor. Just raise her up now. So the boom's totally all the way in. I'll tidy this up a little bit. Like nice clean cables not flapping around. Tidy this up a little bit, let blowing around a bit. There's a slight air leak at the back coming from somewhere. Yeah, look, somebody's actually put a fitting in there and it's leaking a little bit. I'm not going to disturb that. Okay, to the garage really, somebody's put a in-eye fit in there, it's leaking. Let's get that looked at. Right, so we've got half shaft cover there. That's right. There we have it, that's the load. Got on the back. All the lights are working fine. Just got to clear up the cones now and get on away. So thanks very much for watching. Joe was asked if I keep him out the camera shots, which is fair enough, so I won't be able to do anything filming maybe a little bit at the other end, but not pulling off, but that's fair enough. It's just nice to get out and do a little bit of filming for once that's hasn't got loads of sign writing all over it. So anyway, thanks very much for watching the channel as always. Until next time, thank you. Let's have one last check over. Before we go, these are actually temporary floors on the back of this. So I've just got my cones up, just final lot. Got the registration number plate, got my little on tow sign. Just took my cones away and I thought, Christ, let's have another quick check, don't hurt. Everything's secure here. Thing looks good. Right, thanks very much for watching the channel again, and for your kind comments. This says won't be much probably driving to this one, but I just wanted to get something out because a lot of people said can you get another video out, so I've been trying to find something, but hopefully I found something, made something a bit more interesting maybe. But anyway, thanks a lot for now. Right, we've arrived at the Renault dealership now, so just going to refit the half shaft so it is just drivable to park it up. And yeah, so quite a nice straightforward journey. Unfortunately I couldn't film any part of the journey, so I'm going to just add a little bit extra on this one. So I've just dropped the front end down now, and we're just going to release the brake from the vehicle for mine. And just say before we do that, so just going to put the park brake on the trailer. Just going to pull the yellow Susie lead now on the truck. So just pulled the yellow Susie now. So we've got no brakes in that on the trailer. Just pushing the park brake, so the park brake's relieved. But the brakes are just coming off now, so I'm just going to lift the front up a little bit. So I'm going to need to realign this half shaft in. So the idea is now that I can use my remote to go back and forth and realign the half shaft. So my cover's just under there, on there. We can take that off. Imagine we'll have to use the diff lock switch to lift the mechanism up. It would have been easy the other side, but I said earlier, more important to get it safe. Alright, that's the cover off now. Look, the mechanism like a little cog in there, which is I don't know if you can see, it's probably dropped down a little bit. I would have thought. Yes, it's actually dropped down. So what we're going to do, right, let's have another go. Let's put in a bit of weight on the broom handle, so hopefully it's lifting that little collar up. So we just need to put the ignition on. And push the diff lock button, which is, yeah, something happened there. I think that's the diff lock engaged. Leave the ignition on. And hopefully, if I remove the broom handle out, diff lock should be hopefully be in the middle. Right, looks like it's lifted up. Now we've got to get that shaft through the collar. That's it, just feel it go then. So it's the first time I've done it on one of these. So imagine I'm gonna have to probably take the diff lock switch off, because otherwise this whole lot's going to turn together. But let's have a quick look. Yeah, you're going to need to take the brake off the trailer, make sure that's off. Right, we should be able to just take this diff lock off now. So hopefully handbrake's off. Right, so now we should be able to just wiggle that half shaft in there now. A bit of luck. Right, let's power that back a bit till it lines up. Bit lined up. Right, there we have it. Right, that's how to get a diff lock back. Sorry, a half shaft back on the diff lock side. A little bit more mucking about, but so it's the first time I've done it on these Volvos, but you say it was all right. Just got, remember you've got to line up with them studs, so it's quite handy having a remote to do it. Putting all the collars back now. And the nuts. So I've got my gun there, and we're just going to go around with a bar just to make sure everything's tight. So the driver's going to park it up out of the way. They're going to leave it attached tonight, so it is fully loaded, the trailer on the back. So it's a fairly straightforward ride up the M4 to where we are now. It's quite a nice sized dealership, makes a change from the ones around London area. Plenty of room. So I pulled in here straight through the gates and out the way to the fence in case they've got vehicles coming in and out. You say it looks like it's 24-hour operation here. Right, take the trailer brake off now. So we're just going to power it back and reset the electric handbrake, and we're going to drop it down then. So just powered it back a little bit to give myself a bit of clearance to get my forks out to save a little cap it out. So crawling under the truck again. So we're gonna go straight under the axle and lift it down there. Put that way. Once I let the driver in a second, he can park it up. Well clear. Fairly high up on the front these are. As you can see, there's plenty of clearance to pull the boom in out of the way. the lead off. Tractor unit, final bit. Yeah, we've got to go right into the tank on these. I find it a bit better. A few little test points there, but the tank seems to be the choice. So the driver's just parking it up now for the night. They'll be probably working on that in the morning. So remember to take me number plate off the back and me on tow sign. It's something I tend to forget sometimes, but yeah, I was let the driver crack on and do its bit. So thanks very much for watching as always. I'll hide out of his way here for him. Give him a bit of space. I'll put this away and say thanks very much for watching again, watching the channel. So hopefully I'll try and find something a bit more interesting for you all to watch, but I haven't done it for a little while. As you say, I said earlier, I've done a bit of training and that, been a bit busy with that, so hopefully we'll try and find something a bit more for everybody to see. Thanks very much for now.